Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We're talking about Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears in tonight's video because I've never really understood why he got so much hate for the Bears season last year. You know, I have a lot of opinions on Chicago's last season. This is a touchdown pass early on in the year to Rome Odunze, who, myself and everybody else is expecting a huge season. This play, for example, we're going to watch Caleb Williams because the bad snap here, ball kind of falls out and he quickly adapts. We got Rome doing this, we got DJ doing this, and just the way this play works, I just really like this play design. And you can kind of see it, and we'll break it down. We're going to break down a bunch of film here. We got Rome moving this way, DJ moving this way, and they kind of get, we've kind of got a log jam here. And this is something you're just going to expect from Ben Johnson. This is why Ben Johnson was brought in to be the head coach for the Chicago Bears. And I don't know why Shane Waldron was the offensive coordinator. I don't know why Matt Eberflus got another season. The Bears are going to bear. And that changed in the offseason with the simple hiring of Ben Johnson. So I know I've said his name quite a bit here. But for a dude who threw 21 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions, and, I know he got sacked a lot, and sometimes a good portion of it was on his own. The coaching was not there. What can you really expect when you're being poorly coached? And not to really rag on it all, but I really love this play because, as you can tell here with the snap, every Colt defensive player is up in here. We got one wide receiver, 2 wide receivers, and that is it. And I'll show you this other angle here, but this is a beautifully timed and thrown football from Caleb. And I'll show you what I was just discussing, if it's going to work. Here we go. Where Caleb kind of, the ball is too low and too to his right. Right, we see right there. So a lot of quarterbacks, they're not able to just kind of quickly get the ball back into their hand, find the laces, and make this throw. So I loved all of it on this touchdown. If my memory serves me correct, this was a play that was kind of all over Sports Center, and this is when he's not that wide. Or wide's the wrong word, but we got a touchdown throw to DJ Moore, something along right over here. And the timing of it is really good. And we got Rome up here, and he's doing this, and you can see Caleb's looking left for most of this, and then he's going to, continue to go through his progressions. Right, he's looking left, we're looking here. Rome's getting tied up immediately from this defensive back. So he's looking, he's guarded. So now we're looking over here. We know DJ is going into the end zone, and now all we got to do is trust it, time it, and bada bing, bada boom. So, these small little things, just touchdown throws from Caleb last season, I was a very big fan of. All right, so we're looking left, 1 progression, 2 progression, neither is open, so now we're looking here. I see it immediately, and now I'm going to throw it, and this is a beautiful ball, and this is an even better catch, just making sure the veteran, we got a linebacker on him, number 56, who is that? Christian Roseboom, who was not very good in pass coverage last season, more of a run specialist linebacker. Very good throwing. He's got his hands up the entire time, the linebacker does. And then you see what all good wide receivers do. Hands up at the last moment. Let me catch this, get my feet in bounds, touchdown. All right, another good example. This is a 32-yarder. What are we on? 34-yard. Yeah, about 34-yarder to DJ Moore here. And I love the play design, and I'll just let you grasp this. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore making this work. DJ's going to end up running this in very easily. But what I like about this is kind of like what we showed you in the first clip, where we got Keenan crossing, we got DJ crossing. We're still in a play action, so we're keeping all these linebackers home. We're keeping everybody home. Oh, it could still be a run. It's not a run. And now we got these 2 guys. Nobody's open at this current point. This would be a tough throw. You could actually whip it to DJ right here before he gets there. But you see Keenan is, this defensive back should be doing a little bit better job. They're in man. These 2 guys are in man. And it's just this split second where he runs, he undercuts him, frees up DJ Moore. Not that he even needs too much time or separation, time for separation, I should say. But It's all this little stuff, and I know this is Carolina, and Carolina didn't have a good defense at all last season. They were more so bad whenever J.C. Horn is playing in this football game here, but J.C. Horn got injured, Derek Brown got injured in the first game. They had like a historically bad run defense last season, but just these simple concepts, especially with route running, I feel so optimistic and hopeful with Ben Johnson's new offense. All right, getting back to it. I know this is in London, or they're overseas for this game. Another good offensive concept where Caleb's going to fake this, kind of screen to Keenan Allen here, who's running in motion. But the guy's going to end up getting the football as St. Viator legend Cole Kmet, and he's just going right up the gut. And you're going to see a bunch of different, right? We're pump faking to Keenan. So we got all these guys jumping there. Who's that? 44? Is that Travion Walker, I believe, is number 44. He gets right on through easily. But this split second, all right, bang, another play action right here to number 4, DeAndre Swift. And you're going to see he's going to find the open gap. He already sees it. He already knows what he's doing. And he's going to whip it. And Cole Kmet breaks the tackle and scores the touchdown. So Colston Loveland, drafted in the first round out of Michigan, is now a member of the Chicago Bears. I can't wait for these 2 tight end sets, and I also can't wait just for the pass catching ability, not only in Colston Loveland, but also a lesser emphasis, or maybe that's a bad word, but expectation on Cole Kmet this upcoming season, who's a sneaky good pass catching wide receiver, not really in Chicago, but people don't really know that, so other than maybe fantasy football purposes. So all this little stuff. We'll show you one more clip. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. I like when, these rookies are, getting it done in the red zone. Rome Odunze is going to be the one who catches this touchdown here. And this other angle, probably gives you a little bit of a better representation of, how nicely thrown this is. Very good timing as well. But we obviously got Fred Warner here. Not Fred Warner, but yeah, Fred Warner. Right there. He's watching them throw it up to me, and you got to put the right touch on this, and we see the touch, and this is a game to forget for Chicago and San Francisco. There's a early on fourth quarter, 2nd and 7, but it gets done in the red zone, and rookie quarterbacks consistently struggle. Quarterbacks all over the NFL and all over college football struggle with just putting points on the board and getting it done in the red zone. We got a 14-yard touchdown throw to Rome right here. We got Fred Warner sitting home right here. We got a DB or safety back here. We got another one back here, but he's tracking more to DJ Moore. So we're watching this guy. Fred's backpedaling. He stops. And I'll show you this other angle. Because, like I said, I really have a hard time grasping all of the Caleb Williams hate. And this gives you a better clip here where you can't underthrow it. You can't overthrow it too much. And we're going to just put the perfect touch on this, and Rome Odunze comes down with it. And another thing with Rome, for example, is he caught 54 balls on 101 targets last season. He still came down with 734 total receiving yards and only 3 touchdowns. And we showed you a couple in today's clip, or today's video. I know that connection. People are already saying Rome Odunze's wide receiver 1 in Chicago. The way you got to look at it is, first off, Luther Burden, Zacchaeus, all these guys, but, Colston, DeAndre, Cole Kmet, all these guys who can catch the football at whatever their position is. But you got Rome Odunze entering his sophomore campaign, and I know that connection and chemistry is going to be better with Caleb Williams this upcoming season. So, folks, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you haven't already, and give me a win-loss projection for the Chicago Bears down below, and any comments you have on Caleb Williams' rookie year or year 2 as well. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you soon. Peace.